can we have an interesting game, please? And yet another concession. I thought I was making an interesting video, but it turns out neither of our opponents wants to play against this deck. Hello everyone, my name is Zero and welcome to Combo 1. This weekend all eyes will be on Pro Tour Edge of Eternities. The pros will be playing Modern. That's a format that I have been avoiding for a few years because it's gotten a bit too pricey for me, and ever since Arena came out I've been making the most of the free-to-play ability that this game provides us, and that has drawn me to Brawl more often than not, because once you get a card in your collection, you get your Brawl staple for every single deck, so this is very easy to slowly but surely build up a big collection that allows you to make more and more broken decks. So we are just making a very simple adaptation of the first deck that we've shown on the channel, the Eddie Brock Venom deck that we have made for the Professor's Challenge, but in Brawl instead of EDH. Of course, Spider-Man is not IP that Wizards can use on digital platforms, so they can't use it on Arena. They have Through the Omenpaths that kind of reskins and renames most cards. I personally don't like this approach, but it is what it is. So Eddie Brock Venom in here will be Viggo, Enforcer of X Crossing, and Viggo, End of X Crossing. It does the same, it just has a different name, a different art. Some other cards do. It is what it is. Mostly the deck is different for two reasons. For availability reasons, we don't have cards like Marin, for instance, and for budget reasons. In here, as I said, once you have one card in your collection, you can use it for every single deck, so it doesn't matter if the card is $1 on the secondary market or if it is 75. No difference here. So we are playing cards like Portal to Phyrexia, The Great Henge, Damnation, The Expensive Shieldred, Grave Pact, Grist, all those cards that were off limits because of budget. In here they aren't, and of course we are running a deck that's adapted to the meta and to the cards that are actually available in Arena. One further note, we have cards like the Carnage Saga that kind of goaded every other creature. In Brawl it's 1v1, so goading does absolutely nothing for us. We've got those cards, and we are running Terror of the Peaks, which again, it's an expensive card on the secondary market, but in here it directly replaces Warstorm Surge that's not available in the format. And this is it, this is the deck. There's no better way to see it than in action. Of course, the link will be down below, so you can take a look and you can import it into your own arena if you want to. Of course, I'll be open to your comments and suggestions in the comments down below. For now, let's take a look at a few games. Here we go for a game against Terra, Herald of Hope. I don't think I'm yet to face a Terra deck, I think. At least I don't recall playing it. As for our starting hand, it's alright. We have no creatures, but we have a good setup. Phyrexian Reclamation is good late game. Virtue will give us early removal spell, and late game as well it will be backbreaking for them. Grave Pact is great. We don't have the black sources to play Grave Pact anytime soon probably, but Binding of the Old Gods will give us yet another removal spell, as well as some ramp that will get us most likely Zeotor's Proving Ground and the second black source. So I think we risk and keep this. So Terra does weird things. Okay, so this is kind of a reanimator deck. It mills itself and reanimates small creatures. So we got Journey to Eternity with no creatures to play. I think I'll start with Cinderglade, even though we'd like that black source. This one will get in untapped on turn 3, so we'll just keep doubling down. There's nothing to kill at this point. There's... okay, Virtue is -3, so that will allow us to kill the Revenant. But if we kill the Revenant, they'll just make something else the Revenant. This is not a good creature to have them keeping around. It will stall us 4 days, and then it will still make something else the Revenant, so I think we just pull the trigger now and use our mana to kill it. That will make them have to use their mana to make something else the Revenant. Okay, Surgical Suit. It just brings the Revenant back. And now we are stuck on lands, so let's go with the Hierarch and the Reclamation. Again, making the most of our mana. Next turn we can go into Solemn Simulacrum or Binding of the Old Gods. They are unlocking Hospital Room, that's putting counters on the Karsi Revenant. This is not great. I think at this point we just go Binding, because it will ramp us next turn anyway, so it's not worse than the Simulacrum. They are okay for lands. They play Terra. Mill Trigger. There's the land we wanted, the other land we wanted. Let's get this on. And now, if we play Journey, we have 2 available mana after. So I don't think we do it straight away. Terror seems like the kind of card they will kill on sight. So I'd rather play Terror in a place where I could just keep it with Journey. But there's no way we are going to do that anytime soon, so I think we just go with Terror now. And next turn maybe Journey into Eternity on Terror, because they will want to kill it. Okay. So they kill our Hierarch, which is not great because we really wanted the mana. And they make Terra the new Revenant. She grows, she has Death Touch, she has all kinds of stuff. I think they are okay with this trade, but at this point I think I do have to pull the trigger and block with Terror. Yeah, let's do it. Because we have Victimize, we have Journey to get it back eventually. So our creatures, which are none, have Death Touch. We get Solemn Simulacrum, we get a land, which will be a swamp. And let's go. So this now just bumps the wizards. Oh, I haven't noticed they just let Terra get into the graveyard. Okay. Attacking with a Saga. I don't think I want to keep... Wait. We can take the 5, keep Simulacrum, play Viggo, attack with Viggo, sack Simulacrum, and get 4 cards in hand, something else on the battlefield, which at worst would be a Grave Pact. I think that's acceptable. Okay, that's an Assassin's Trophy. I I would really like to Assassin's Trophy something, but they will be able to get most of their stuff back anyway. The Saga is going to die next turn. Terra will be able to attack. Okay, so think we have Terror. We could victimize Solemn, bring back Terra and the Hierarch and Assassin's Trophy something, or even Journey, victimize. That doesn't seem bad, does it? Okay, so Journey on Solemn, victimize. Alright, they're both back, and we are dealing 0 damage to their face. We are evil, and now we are doing 2 damage to their face. We get an additional land. And we draw the cards for the Solemn Simulacrum. Just get this off the battlefield, get a green source, and this way we can steal Assassin's Trophy, so let's let them play. Okay, Virtue is not ideal, but we have our own, and we can kill it, which is the most important bit, really. They will attack with Terra, but we just jump with Simulacrum, and we can follow with our own Portal to Phyrexia or Virtue of Persistence, so I don't mind it at all. And Virtue will get us... Oh, we can block with Simulacrum, of course. What am I saying? Okay, so this kind of changes my thinking, because Portal will get rid of Terra, while Virtue won't. So I think we go with Portal. Yeah, we just go with Portal. They have to lose their Terra. They let it die? No, now they redirect it. So we can use the Hierarch to just play Awire Might. That's a chump, at least. We attack. We are at 10, they are at 21, but I think now we are gripping the terrain and we are actually doing something. And during Courage, we'll let them attack with whatever they play next. And their Mortify kills our Terror, which is alright by me, but yeah, they've seen it. It's game. Going again against the other Spark, so a colorless deck. I have problems with colorless decks ever since the last Ugin was printed. Okay, this hand is not great by any means. We only have green sources and 2 black heavy hitters, but the fact that we have Harrow and Champion makes me a bit more comfortable to keep it. Hopefully by the time we play Harrow and rump a little bit, we should have drawn some other mana sources to play either Sheoldred, the small one, or actually Viggo. So let's see. Keep it. Okay, start with the forest. Okay, there's the different mana source we were looking for. I think at this point we just go with the second green one. Wait to see if we get either a swamp or a mountain to pick the side of the pathway that we will choose to play. And in any case we have Harrow for next turn to just get the lands that we are missing, and there's the mountain, so this way we can just play the pathway as a black source. And we'll keep it. Play Harrow on their turn. Skyclave Relic, they grow their automaton. There's no point in waiting longer, so just get the lands, a black and a green source. Okay, so there's yet another red or green source. We play this for the black get shouldered in. Now they'll have some trouble attacking with the automaton, at least this turn, and this will force some sort of action from their side. Not really sure what they can do on a colorless deck to deal with shouldered, and that's something they can do, of course. So -5/-5, yep. We lose shouldered, now they can attack freely. There's damnation. I don't think we need it straight away. We have 6 mana and no creatures. I think we just go with Viggo now. It's the same mana next turn to transform it, but this way we just grow champion a little bit. In the meantime, next turn maybe we can play Shieldred. No, we can play Shieldred. Oh, we can. It's 7 mana. I can do math at this point. It's late night as I'm recording this. They just kill Viggo, so there go my dreams of just transforming it next turn. They are attacking with the automaton. I'm not blocking with champion. It's too important. They're on max speed right now. There's a way for us to kill it, so I think we just go with Shieldred and first action again. So let's attack with champion. Next turn they have no way to keep the automaton, so they need to sack it. We will be able to get our other Shieldred back if they don't manage to kill this one straight away, and they have killed our creatures in consecutive turns, so they should be running low on removal at this point. Yeah, they're thinking a lot, so that tells me they should have no immediate removal at least. They're biding their time because Shieldred won't let them keep any creatures. Champion of Lumbolt is now a big girl, a 4/4. They are still thinking a lot. They have effects. They can remove creatures from attack, they can proliferate, they can search for lands, and not much else. Okay, so Plaza of Heroes, Viggo, Haywire Might, we have done all kinds of nasty stuff this turn, so we are now attacking with everything. I am not sacking Shieldred for as much as I would like that. I will sack the Might to get a land on the battlefield. One draw trigger, we gain some life. They take a bunch of damage and they need to answer us next turn, otherwise it's game. Okay, they just get Champion of Lambert off combat, so they are still taking 11 at this point, so it's still lethal next turn even if they use the Labyrinth. They need 2 creatures, more than 2 creatures actually, and a board wipe to save themselves, unless they have something like a Hugin. Okay, this is not a Hugin, but it's a Platinum Angel. They can't lose next turn, or at least they hope not, because Binding will kill the Platinum Angel. Okay, and Putrefy deals with it as well. So I think I'll just show them Putrefy. And good game, I think. Let's attack. No, not sacking anyone. And it's game. Yep, GG. Now that we've seen a couple of games, let me know what do you want to see from the channel next. How do you want to see the gameplay? Do you want to keep watching maybe 2-3 games per video? Do you want to see just snippets of the cool interactions of the decks? Do you want more games, less games, just the deck techs? Let me know what you think. I'll be sure to take your opinions into consideration, and it will help me immensely to make a better channel. Not only that, I would like to leave you with a final note about the deck, and specifically about the Arena economy, because you'll see here, this is what the economy looks like for Arena. It's the rarity that matters, and we are playing a lot of mythics and a lot of rares. This will be nearly impossible on a free-to-play account for a new player, but for someone who engages with the game for a long time and plays other formats and drafts and stuff like that, this will be achievable pretty soon and without much fuss and without need to invest in the game. This is realistically long term, and as soon as you have this sort of cards, pretty much all of these are staples. So as soon as you have most of these on, you'll be able to play them in any single Brawl deck. So with this base, I can just jump into any other jump deck, into any other Gruul deck, into any other Reckless deck, and have most of the staples that I need. That'd be just crafting some weird common and uncommon that I might have missed in drafts or in a set, some weird specific reason. That fit that strategy. It's very rare that I need to actually craft higher rarity cards. In this case, I needed to craft, of course, the Commander and the new cards because I haven't drafted Through the Omenpaths, but it's actually easy to build up to this, and after you build up to this, it's no effort to maintain it for different decks. So this is a starting point for me. If you like the list, import it, just downgrade whatever you don't have, and soon enough you'll have the wildcards to actually upgrade it, and you'll be able to upgrade it to your wishes and not necessarily to my list, which is another point that I want to make. This deck has basically no mid game. You've seen a couple of wins, but you haven't seen some games that I completely bricked because they were not interesting at all. We've done nothing but play lands and have our creatures die. If you don't start off right on a good curve, or if you face a deck that's filled with big removal spells or that has blockers for days, it's really difficult to come out of that on top, because we need 6 mana to play the explosive side of Viggo, and only from then we'll be able to win the game basically no matter what. If we get stuck on 3 to 4 lands, it's very difficult to come out of that. We need our land drops, and we are playing 40 lands for a reason. We need that. We need those land drops. We need our ramp. We need ways to make sure that we are actually playing Viggo on curve that we are able to stick a big creature to sack to Viggo and snowball from there. So this will need some tinkering, and I'm sure I'll tinker my own to my preference. Probably I'd start making it a bit less synergistic and more driven towards some sort of combo. It's harder to make an infinite combo in Arena, but it's not impossible. It's just weird the way you need to click and hold play. It's not enjoyable for me, but I'd still probably change this into something more driven towards a win condition, a specific win condition. But that's not for everyone. So I'd encourage you, if you liked the games, if you like the base thoughts behind this deck, try it out for yourself, make your own changes, let me know what you've changed, which cards you like that aren't in here, and which cards are in here that you haven't thought before. Let me know all of that, and I'll be around. Sometime soon you'll see me around with something else. I'm not sure what the next video will be, but I'm open to suggestions as well. So until next time, keep comboing on.